Bolehkah Cik perkenalkan sedikit tentang diri Cik?
Binti Mazlan. Umur tahun, saya pekerja sambilan di kedai ruji.
Adakah anda rasa kerjaya anda sekarang stabil dan terjamin untuk tempoh 5 ke 10 tahun akan datang?
Ya, saya rasa dengan kerja sambilan yang saat ini memang stabil, tetapi dalam masa yang sama juga mungkin tidak dapat menjamin masa depan untuk 5 ke 10 tahun akan datang.
Tugasan kami. Bagi memulakan, bolehkah Cik memperkenalkan diri?
Hello, nama saya Syazana. Umur saya 21 tahun. Saya bekerja full time. Saya bekerja sebagai orang yang bekerja dalam pejabat lah.
Untuk soalan pertama, adakah saudari rasa kerjaya saudari sekarang stabil dan terjamin untuk tempoh 5 ke 10 tahun akan datang?
Saya rasa kerjaya saya sekarang stabil buat masa sekarang sebab
Based on the interview, the two workers had different views regarding job security. Nazihah, a 20 years old part-time work, stated her current job is stable in the short term. However, she believed that the part-time work may not guarantee her future for the next 5 to 10 years. So, she planned to look for a permanent job to ensure financial stability and better future. Meanwhile, Sazana, a 21 years old full-time worker, said that her current job remains stable because the company still needs her services as a part of its workforce. This indicates that full-time workers generally experience a higher level of the job security than part-time workers. In addition, we also asked about the biggest challenges in finding a job today. Sazana explained that one of the main challenges is the requirement set by the employers. According to her, some companies only require applicant with an SPM certificate for a certain position. As a result, individuals with higher qualifications such as diplomas or degree may not be selected because they do not meet the job requirements. Overall, we found that job security does not depend solely on a higher academic qualification. It also depends on the needs of the employer and the current labor market demand.
Hi, on May 28 and 29, our group set out to understand what keeps young workers motivated. We interviewed two different types of employees to see how they feel about non-salary perks like EPF and SOSCO. First, we spoke with Miss Nasiha, a 22-year-old working part-time as a grocery cashier. The next day, we interviewed Miss Shazana, a 21-year-old working full-time as an officer at LHDN. We asked them both the exact same question. Aside from basic salary, do benefit like EPF and SOSCO, or bonus make you feel more motivated to work? Surprisingly, even though their jobs are completely different, one in retail and one in government, their answers were very similar. Both agreed that having EPF and SOSCO give them a massive boost in motivation. Ms. Naziha, the part-timer, focused on the short term. For her, it is about peace of mind. She viewed EPF as an emergency fund she can easily pull from if a sudden financial crisis pops up. Ms. Shazana, the full-timer, looks at the long-term picture. For her, these contributions are a solid, reliable way to build up saving for her future. To wrap things up, our interview showed that EPF and SOSCO are much more than just numbers deducted from a paycheck. They are powerful tools that drive employee enthusiasm. For young workers in their early 20s, this financial safety net drastically reduces stress. Whether a job is part-time or full-time, these benefits make employees feel secure, valued, and ready to do their best work.
So from this interview, I focused my analysis on their view about the balance between work and daily life. So, board responder Miss Naziha binti Mazlan is 22 years old and works part-time at Sherry Grocery Shop, while Miss Shazana binti Mat Basir is 21 years old and works full-time as an office officer Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri as an administrative assistant that handle form and documentation relate to the tax matters. Both of them experience stress at work and say that their job affect their time with their family. However, both of them try to balance their work and family time, but Miss Naziha does this by trying to adjust her working schedule, and she also mentioned to divide her working time and family time fairly. Also, Miss Shazana does it by keeping a positive mindset when facing work pressure, and she was still able to manage her time well and was able to balance time for herself and family. This comparison shows that even though their jobs, working hours and experience are different, but respondents still have good time management to bonding time with their family and also have a positive attitude to maintain a healthy balance between work and daily life.
Assalamualaikum. For the skill and training aspect, I already interviewed two responders, which is a part-time worker and a full-time worker. So from the interview, both respondents agreed that skill development is important for career growth. The part-time worker mainly learned through work experience, while the full-time worker had opportunity to attend training program provided by the employer. So for Miss Naziha, which is a part-time worker, she learns how to handle money cash flow because she is a cashier at Kedai Richard Sherry. While for Miss Shazana, she is a full-time worker in opportunity administrative assistant. So the company provide assistance regarding tax matter in LHDN. So from this interview, I learned that continuous learning is important for improving skill and adapting the changes in the reality workplace.
As on the interview, the two workers had different views regarding automation and future trend in workplace. Naziha, a 22 years old part-time worker, expressed her concern about technology and AI in the future workforce. She fearing it could lead to unemployment and a reduced reliance on human labor. On the other hand, Shazana, a 21 years old full-time worker, said that she is not overly worried about advanced technology or AI in her career, as it presents an opportunity for her to learn new things in her career. This demonstrates that people look at AI or technology in the workforce very differently. They see it as either a threat to a job or a chance to learn a new thing. Ultimately, whether AI feels like a good or bad thing depends entirely on a person's individual situation and how ready they are to adapt.